Page 38, Interlude. There's a note at the top of the page to say says to practice the hands separately. I'm not sure why they do that. They're just reminding you because that's standard. I mean, when you're learning it, you learn the hands separately, and from time to time, it's a good idea to go back and play the hands separately just to reinforce and check things. So that's standard. Do that all the time anyway. Well, not all the time, but do it a lot. You know, I mean, sometimes you got to do the hands together. Interlude. This is in the key of F major, and it's an interlude. This is just kind of like a musical background piece between things happening. This is kind of a lull in the action, and you've got background music going on. You're not really listening to it, you know it's there, and that's kind of what this is for. It's not to entertain, it's just to provide some noise so it's not totally quiet on whatever is going on. So let's look at some things here, starting with the right hand. It's in common time, 4/4 time is just simple eighth notes and quarter notes, so the counting hopefully is not a problem at the beginning. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and so just read the notes, you're fine. Over the last measure of the first line, you got to move your hand up. Not a lot of time because you're here, you got to go to here. There's no rest or anything, you got to move and play. There's a break in the phrase, so as you lift up, you're moving. Know which fingers are involved. So you're here at second finger, and you're going to go third finger on that E. So this finger's ready, and you practice that move. And then when you're done with that measure, you got to come back down. Again, there's no rest or anything, but it's a different phrase, so you're lifting up. So you're doing that. The end of the second line, you're here. Then on the next line, again, it's a different phrase, so you're lifting up, but you got to come up here. And you're staying up here pretty much. You're coming down a little. That's not bad, I hope. It won't cause a problem. In the left hand, you got these things. These can be tricky at first, but it's worth your effort to get these. It really is. So we're starting out with 3-1. Put your hand in that position and drop the hand down. Try and get the notes down at the same time. Now you're going to go to 4-2. So know which fingers are involved right there on the notes. B flat there. And what I'm going to do, because my hand is already down, I'm just going to raise the wrist slightly and drop the wrist. And as I do, I'm going to change the fingers because I'm using the movement down with the wrist to help me push the notes down with the fingers. So it's here. So I don't have to use just finger muscles for it. The wrist motion can help me push these notes down. And again in the next measure, the 5-3, I'm going to raise the wrist a little bit, and as I drop the wrist, I'm going to let the wrist coming down help me push these notes down. Like so, because that's a little awkward. It takes some practice. It's worth your effort to get that. So work on that, it is important. Third measure over, it is a G sharp, G flat, and a B flat. And then the next measure is a E, G sharp, and you're going. Again, I'm dropping the wrist and pushing it like so, and then you can lift up to come back up. Little challenge there in the left hand. Third line down. Look at this mess. Starting out, it's worth your while to learn these notes and get them memorized eventually. B flat you should know. The next one, if you count up, that's an F. Remember how to count up and figure out what these notes are? You know middle C is one ledger line above the staff here. And each line is every other note. So the next ledger line is going to be here, that's an E. The third ledger line is going to be here, that's a G. And the spaces are in between. These are the other notes. So here we got a B flat, and then we got two ledger lines, you're right above it, so it's an F. And then the next one is the next note up. Third ledger line is a G. And that's what that is. Next measure is an A, 2 ledger lines is an E, and G, and then it's not so bad. Last line again, B flat, F, G, A, E, G, and then here, I recommend a 4th finger on the B natural, because this is a chord. We're not using the D, but that's chord, and that's the fingering for it. I recommend you use 4th finger. And then here. When you go put them together, this is one of the things they're saying, practice separately. Well, you do that anyway, but sometimes it takes a little more practice, because putting them together, now you're thinking about different things, and good luck. You got to bring out the right hand. That's melody. Doesn't this sound lovely? Again, this is just background music for whatever's going on. You know, it gives you nightmares or whatever it is. And then 3rd line, you're up here. Etc. Remember to put in the phrasing, just an up and down between the phrases. Let's try this together very slowly. It has a DC al fine, so when we get to the bottom, or DC means go to the beginning, and the fine is at the end of the 2nd line. So we're going to play all 4 lines, then we're going to go back up and play the first 2 lines again. Very slowly, so we can check notes and rhythms. Play it with me one hand at a time for a while if you have to, until you can get it. I'll give us 4 counts since it's in common time. Here, here, okay. 1, 2, ready and go, and 1 and 2 and 3 and 1 and 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4 and 1 and 4, 2 and 3 and 4 and rest. Two, three, red. The beginning, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1, 2, 3, 4. 4, 3, 4. 4, 2, 3, 4, off.